hello there, dear listener. Thank you so much for downloading this episode of Rob and Helen's Date Night podcast. I'm joined, of course, for this little pre-trail with my lovely wife, Helen Nutter. How are you doing, Helen?
Are you joined by me when it is Rob and Helen's Date Night podcast? I am essential to it. So you're not joined by me. I am. If anything, maybe you're joining me.
Yeah, well, maybe. So that's kind of the podcast in a nutshell, really. It's I try and make an effort to present and continually get jibed by my lovely wife here. Now, Helen, what's your message to anyone listening to this? Because obviously we put this episode out for free. If they become patrons on Rob Rouse's Comedy Village, become patrons of the podcast, patrons of the Patreon page, Monday to Friday, they will get exclusive videos, comedy sketches and movies sent directly to them. One a day, Monday to Friday. No spam, no make your dick bigger emails, no investment opportunities.
There might be a make your dick bigger,
spoof. Occasionally, if Helen gets hold of my email addresses, she might send you a make your dick bigger email. But people can join from. You can support the podcast, and well aware some people have to listen to things for free. I understand that, but likewise, I think this is. If there is a new normal, my comedy, a lot of it has to be online. So I got a wife and 2 kids to feed. And Helen needs some serious broadband uppage so she can send you bigger emails to everybody in the world. So what would you say to anyone who's wavering about becoming a patron, Helen?
Well, they don't need to waver. Like, wavering's never a good state to be in, is it?
No.
So just make a choice. Either way, make the choice. Don't waver. Don't think, I should do that.
Yeah.
That's shit. Just think, fuck them. I'm not paying them £1 a month for this shit.
Right.
Or
I was gonna try and lean you towards. And what would you suggest if they are wavering? Which way do you think they should go?
Or think you just have to set your stall out.
Yeah.
So you either think, fuck them 2 dickheads, or you think, I'll pay them £1 a month. I'll buy one of their children an apple once a month
for all of the podcasts and extra free content I get.
Yeah. I'll do that because I know their daughter really likes apples.
Yeah, so and Ronnie likes apples.
Ronnie loves them.
Ronnie loves
I'll get Ronnie an apple once a month.
Yeah,
just so that I can feel like I can then feel like really smug as I'm doing my washing up, listening to the pod, going, they couldn't make this without my apple.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. They're probably spending my £1 on their washing up liquid. Exactly. But they can pay more than £1. They can pay whatever you want on patreon.com/Rob Rouse. That's patreon.com/Rob Rouse.
Could they pay £2.34?
They can, yes. Someone joined the other week for €3, which worked out at £2.33, so very close to £2.34.
There we go.
You can put in whatever you want, so it's pay what you want, so it's completely...
And do they get any special treatment the more they put in?
Oh yeah, if you put a little bit more in, you get... if you put a £5 in, then you get credits on the end of videos, assuming you want them to. You might want to remain anonymous, which is also, you're able to do that. If you put a £10 in, you get a personal shout out on the podcast and a personal roast from me and my good lady wife Helen. And then if you put in more, if no one's put in, I'll edit this down. And if you put in £100, I'll find out where you live, come round, give you a hand shandy. Simple as that. You know what I mean? It's that kind of stuff in it.
There are things where, like, Rob will write a song all about you.
I'll write a song all about you.
Like that.
Yeah, and give you a hand shandy.
So it maybe it's for the people there are people who've made a lot of money in this pandemic.
Yeah.
So, like,
I can give a bit of it back to the people who aren't making any money.
If you were making masks and, like, earning a pittance before this year and all of a sudden it's gone through the roof, just buy us an apple.
Or if you're Dido Harding or listening, just give us a fucking apple. you proceeded over the largest data breach in the history of British industry when you were in charge of Talk, and then rolled out the fucking track and trace thing, which was a pile of shit, and wasted all of Major Tom's 12 million that he earned. So join become a Patreon. Enjoy the podcast. There it is, and happy fucking Christmas and all that. So we've had an email to the to the podcast at robrouse.com address, which I've now accessed, Helen, and we've had some spectacular pictures in from Ian McNichol on his a walk around London town.
I've just seen them. They're going to
They're
make
really
their way
good, aren't they?
onto the
I've got to post them. They're really entertaining. That really, really, really made me laugh. Thank you for those, Ian.
Oh, look! My poppadom is in the shape of a bear.
There's a dog. It's
Or a
Ron.
dog.
It's the shape of Ronnie the dog. Should we feed this dog-shaped piece of poppadom to Ronnie the dog?
Yeah.
Because Ronnie loves it. Ron, do you like... Ron loves a poppadom. Oh, Christ.
Oh, God.
Loves a poppadom.
Knock your finger off.
Should we give him a whole one so he can chase it round the floor in the kitchen? Do you want another one?
I think it's a full moon. Ron's behaving like it's a full moon.
Well, you asked last night if it was a full moon.
I've got a feeling it's a full moon. We need to find out.
Why did you say? Because...
I'm hormonal and Ronnie's mental.
Yeah.
Can mean only one thing.
Well, I said maybe Ronnie is hormonal. No, Ronnie is mental because you're hormonal. Because
No, we're all connected to the moon.
We are all connected to the moon, that's right, Moon Star. But...
You could have come up with a better name than that.
I was going to say moon.
The curry, all of your available energies are going to the curry. I just said,
I'm very bloated.
I just said to a listener, let's do a podcast because I'm going away camping this week. And Rob's first thought wasn't have a lovely time, dear. It was, what about the podcast?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just said,
shirking responsibility.
Let's do a podcast now. And he said, oh no, I'm too full.
I am too full. I'm overly curried to even be talking now. I've eaten too much.
You've got your brand spanking new on today.
Hey, you've not done this for us. Do you want to talk through my look?
Off the shelf, straight out of a packet fresh.
Box fresh.
Packet fresh, off the shelf. Reading glasses.
Reading glasses. Got them on.
How are you feeling about them? What are they?
They are 1.5 magnification.
Are they only 1.5?
Yes.
I thought you went for a 2.
No, I went for 1.5 because I thought I'll rather go under than if I go for a 2, then I'll get too used to a 2 and I won't be able to see anything.
Yeah. Well, I've stopped. I needed to not wear my readers so often because I took them off earlier and couldn't see a bloody thing.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier that I do like your new reading glasses because it magnifies your eyes. It makes your eyes look bigger. You know, like those strange cuddly toys our daughter likes.
Oh, yeah.
With the big eyes on.
Yeah.
Reminded me of those. But I've got my Tesco's readers on.
Yeah.
2 for £6.50.
2 for £6.50.
Yeah. You try and stop me reading now.
Ordered online. You didn't even get to try them on.
I clicked and collected. Clicked and collected my reading
And then
glasses.
you've got... Shall we go through your
Yeah, feel free, to go through my look and completely destroy me. Go on.
Earlier, he was eating... So Rob's the only person I know in the world that eats the
Full
little...
stop, that's the end of that sentence.
That eats... Well, at the moment, it feels like it. That eats the little packet of lettuce that you get with your curry. He's the only person I...
Why not? Why
ever
don't you
know
eat
that
it?
Anyway,
It's
he
good
was
lettuce.
just shoveling that into his mouth and then he coughed and a piece of lettuce came out, landed on his chest, and then he sucked it back up again. So that's what I'm dealing with.
Some style points.
But that was onto what he spat it onto was a striped, what was once white, but is now grey, striped with a dark navy blue thin stripe, and
it's like a trendy. It's like what a hipster might wear. A tissue
It's
is
just a t-shirt. What's this stain here?
I think that's black paint.
And what's this one here on the belly button?
I'd say that's to the curry we've just eaten.
A bit of turmeric there, and
Yep.
is this more paint?
Hard to tell.
Have we got any holes? Raise your arms. There's a bit of
that yellowing caused by congealed deodorant, isn't there?
So that's on the top half, and on the bottom half you've got your skinny tight
Blue Adidas
tracksuit trousers,
which are beautifully rendered in Ian Nichols. Sorry, Ron. No, why am I apologising? Ron's the one going underneath me. Ron, if we're lucky, Ron might do a cough and fart.
That would be pod gold.
It would be pod gold, wouldn't it? Because he's got a new cough fart, hasn't he?
Yeah, a sneeze and a sneeze fart as well. He's done quite a few today, haven't you, Ron? So why are we here? What are the?
I think you were talking through the rest of my outfit. So tracksuit trousers on.
Very dirty tracksuit trousers.
I've been gardening.
And
oh, Ron, your breath smells like dicks.
Odd socks, and you've got a real plaster on your finger now, haven't you?
I've got a real plaster.
He went and bought real plasters. He was using
super glue. I was gluing my finger together.
Another super glue incident of the finger, and then it kept not working, didn't it? And kept splitting open.
And kept splitting open and then bleeding profusely.
But you were wrapping it in Masking tape?
Masking tape. Super glue masking tape.
Gaffer tape.
Gaffer tape.
At one point. This is an injury that probably could have done with a stitch, do we think?
I think on balance it could have done with a stitch, but out of my respect to the great National Health Service, I chose not to burden them.
You just thought you'd get it fully infected before you went in.
It's not. I imagine super glue kills germs. Chris Tuckley has sent us a bumper group of suggestions for a podcast. So I thought I'd like to read out Chris's email.
We're going to decide this week's podcast based on these suggestions.
Okay. Dear Rob and Helen, as you may recall, I've been a fervent fan of the Date Night podcast for some time now.
You have, Chris?
Yeah. And
we thank you for that,
We
Chris.
do thank you heartily, Chris. Fervently, indeed. And I've already fired off occasional electronic missives to the Peak District's most romantic couple. It's a good email already, isn't it? So it'll come as no surprise that I was greatly excited at the opportunity to submit some suggestions for prospective dates for the two of you. I could hardly sleep last night as I turned the options over in my mind, and I submit a selection here for your perusal.
Oh, I'm excited.
Right, Date Night LARP. LARP.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means yet. Rob's enthusiasm for fantasy gaming is well documented.
Yes.
Aha! Have at you, Sarah. It certainly is. In the affirmative. In the affirmative. You are Correctington. So what could be better than a chance to inhabit and explore a realm of elves and orcs in real time and in person?
Oh my God, I'm in.
Working with an outline sourced from the internet, or I'd be happy to script one for you to try.
Now, all can see.
You could get into character and into costume.
Is this cosplay?
Yeah, and is that where it gets dirty? To enact a swords and sorcery adventure.
Oh my God.
Well, if it is cosplay, I'd be dressed as some kind of orc, and you'd have to be like one of, those kind of witches where you've just got like a gold kind of dragon's tooth across each
Can
tat.
you do that on your, just as a couple on your own in your
I think
house?
people do.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris Tuckley, are you into that?
I don't know, it's hard to tell, isn't it?
It sounds like he's into it. He could script one for us. I want Chris Tuckley to script us one of them.
Okay, well, I don't think he'll be able to turn it around
not this week. That
tomorrow,
wouldn't be
but
this
maybe he'll be able to do
No.
it for a future date.
But you know what you're going to get out of Rob.
So you can have a
on that
swords
one.
and sorcery adventure without even leaving the comfort of your house/garden. Fashion is an important part of your relationship, so kitting yourself out as warriors or warlocks from your extensive wardrobes with recourse to kitchen items as required would be just the start. So who's stopping you? A world of fantasy awaits!
Like making a skirt out of spatulas.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, but I would have to give you a wedgie. Next idea. Great first suggestion, Chris.
Brilliant.
Next one. Date Night Club Français.
Oh.
International travel is closed. Booking the... Sorry, I can't read despite my new Click and Collect reading glasses. International travel...
He's really good with his words, isn't he? I'm hooked.
Yeah, he's a wordsmith. Yeah. International travel... We should get him to script all the podcasts from now on in. International travel is a closed book in the COVID-19 era.
Don't we know it?
Unless you're Stanley Johnson. Nice bit of satire, that, Chris. I like the way you dropped that in. But it doesn't have to be. Using only the resources available. You could prepare a French feast. Bread, French cheeses, olives, etc. Washed down with a fine digestif. I would imagine that your conversational French is already of a very high standard. Absolument, Christophe. Mon français, c'est très bien. En occasion, quand je suis en français, les personnes français, je pense, Robert là-bas est aussi français. Because as you can see, I have very, very good French accent, but quite poor French vocab.
Would you like to imagine for
Which
a moment,
does get
dear
me
listener,
it does get me into trouble, doesn't
being
it?
in France with that man?
En français. Oh, salut. Because what I learned from studying Tricolor is that if you do plenty of bonjour, plenty of noise around it, you can sound very French. So when we have been in France, Helen will back me up on this, people immediately think I'm French the minute I open my mouth. But because my vocabulary is limited, despite having a flawless French accent, it gets me into hot water very quickly. And I'll walk into a shop one time and go, bonjour, ça va, both. And they'll go, and then I just go, j'ai une sœur, and then I have to leave. It's like having a very well-spoken Frenchman coming and going, hello, how are you? And you go, hey, welcome to the shop, sir, what can I do for you? And he just goes, I've got a sister! And then runs out, because he's run out of words.
I'm not very good at French. I get a bit nervous and
anxious. You do get nervous, don't you?
In France. I don't know why I get quite nervous about French.
Do.
But I enjoy trying to speak Spanish, even though I don't speak any. In Spain, I love it.
I think
it's you. No. You are
very
not
good at ordering
confident.
2 beers.
No, you are not confident in Spain. I think it's because. I think it's because. What is that smell? I can smell turps.
It's not. It's quite nice. It's like pear drops, isn't it? It's lacquer because I'm building a guitar in the garage.
It's not nice.
Do you not like it?
No, it's really
I love
strong.
I quite like it.
Why is it just coming through now? Have you spilt some?
No. Just been lacquering things in the garage, and there must be a door open.
Anyway,
so an evening français.
Seeing as I'm off the wine, I think basically that'd end up Rob being pissed and speaking French on his own.
I imagine your conversational French is already of a very high standard, which we've just proved. Absolument, Christophe. But this would be a chance to brush up on the language of love by learning and exchanging some key phrases, or even performing a soft rock classic by Johnny Halliday or Telephone. One for Bastille Day on the 14th of July, which we've missed, haven't we, I believe. Perhaps this date night would have the added bonus of being one in the eye for the Brexiteers. Obviously, we have missed the 14th of July because I wasn't able to find a way of accessing the emails that Chris
I'm amazed he got
diligently
there at all.
sent. But I've put my best tech people on it, and it's all been sorted now. So that's date night français. Date night mini beast hunt. Oh, that sounds good. Where are we? Date night mini beast hunt.
Are you a teacher, Chris?
I don't know.
Or a scout leader or something?
Date night mini beast hunt. Explore Helen's head for lice and other creepy crawlies.
No, we've not had. I've been so pleased we've not had any mini beasts on our person, have we? Since lockdown, because we've not been mixing with the great unwashed.
So you could take that sentence you just said there, and notwithstanding, obviously, people know that we have a small family, but what you just said there could have been completely misinterpreted as since lockdown we've not been mingling with the great unwashed, and we haven't had any infestations of beasts, whether that be lice or crabs.
No, what do you mean? That's what I was saying, not crabs, but I was saying we haven't had any worms or nits. We've done lots of podcasts about your worms and nits in the past. And what I'm saying is, Rob, you haven't had any worms or nits for the last 4 months, have you?
No, but have you had crabs? Have you had crabs?
No, but the children, stop saying. You're going to keep saying that now for the rest of time.
Have you ever had crabs?
No. Shh, there's kids out in the hall.
They're playing on the
No, I have not.
Good. Either way. Date night mini beast hunt. Explore Helen for crabs. No, explore your garden and greenhouse with a magnifying glass and a yoghurt pot. Who knows what you might find? Attempt identification of your mini beasts via the internet.
Oh, let's do that now.
That's a good one.
We can just do that now and then knock this podcast off.
Here's another one. Date night in the footsteps of Robin Hood, the hooded man. A themed walk touring the cluster of Robin Hood related sites in the Hathersage area, which is that we can get to quite easily, I believe. This date night could include reenactments of Robin and Marion scenes from A Prince of Thieves. This is very good. See also date night LARP above. The potential for romance is underlined, clear.
I think you need to get me out of a tree.
He's written the potential for romance is clear. He's underlined the word clear.
Yeah. That's how excited Rob is about that one.
That's all I can think of for now. I have just eaten a curry. Please do get in touch if you need any clarification on any of the above. Kind regards, Chris Tuckley, CBE. I added the CBE. So there we go. There's 3 great suggestions.
Really good ones. It's got me thinking as well. I've thought of other ones now based
what else
on
have
those
you been
ones.
Thinking?
I just thought of one that stemmed from the French one when he just thought we could do a French song. I thought, we could. What a podcast is, we learn a song together. You learn it on the guitar, we learn the lyrics, we learn a duet.
Let's try and do Islands in the Stream now in a 2-part harmony. Islands, islands, islands. 2, 3.
Islands in the...
No, you said the high one. Islands in the... Islands in the stream. That's where you go. 2, 3.
Islands in the stream.
That is what we are. That is what we are. Yeah. So just try again. Islands.
I don't know. I don't know.
You sing the Kenny Rogers bit. I'll sing Dolly. You sing the main melody. 2, 3.
Islands in the stream. That is what we are. Nothing in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world where we rely on each other. Oh, oh. That was nice.
Love with each other.
He looked at me all the way through that in his reading glasses.
In my reading glasses. I look just over my reading.
Ronnie dog's right under you, he'll bite you.
Yeah, he will bite me. So there we go. Some good suggestions in it from Chris Tuckley.
Really, really good. Really good. I want to know what Chris Tuckley does as a job.
Yeah.
Because if he's not in some kind of like...
Copywriting.
I don't know, event planning / promotion, then he's wasted.
Podcast development.
Come and work for us, Chris, for nothing. Have you been furloughed? You can come and work for us.
Then we might have to furlough him if there's another outbreak.
Oh yeah, we need... If anyone's furloughed and is a editor and you want to come and work for us for free for a bit...
Well, you don't even need to come, we can just send it to you.
Send you about...
Send you the raw
8
gold.
hours worth of...
Raw gold.
footage.
And you'll see how many mini pauses and medium pauses, MIDI pauses I have to edit out from Helen's speech
I
patterns.
don't know what you are talking about. Do you like that?
I did like that.
That was a good joke, wasn't
I
it?
bet I'll edit it out so it won't make sense.
No, don't.
So what you're saying, Ron? The what? Yeah. Did they? No. She didn't. Well, mate, what do you expect?
Are you trying to take my spot on the podcast, Ron? Is that what's happening?
So we're on a bug hunt, and Helen, my enthusiastic and able fellow bug hunter, welcome to Bug Hunt Live, Helen.
Thank you for having me, Rob.
It's a pleasure to have you on it. I'm really pleased we managed to secure your booking for Bug Hunt Live.
Yeah. I feel like I'm under... I feel like you've got a gun to my head on this bug hunt.
Why do you feel like I've got a gun to your
Because
head?
at 3 minutes past 8 on a Monday night,
Yeah.
bug hunting is not high on my list
Well, it's
of
an
things
emergency.
I want to do.
Yes, it's an emergency date night podcast because
But what do I get out of it, Rob?
the sheer joy and the fascination of science and nature and the natural world, and obviously.
Can I just sit on the sofa and you bring me bugs?
Well,
Can that be a bug hunt?
almost. We're going to start the bug hunt.
I'll give you tick box like homeschool on the whiteboard
Right.
of different kinds of bugs,
No.
and I'll put a little box next to it, and then you go out.
No, that's
for
not-
10
but that's
minutes,
not bug
and then you
hunting.
come back and we tick them off the ones you got.
That's bug bringing back and presenting.
Yeah,
to
that's a bug treasure hunt.
a lady who just wants to sit on the sofa and look at Facebook.
No, I'm not looking at Facebook.
You have to commit to a podcast or broadcast when you're doing one, Helen. You can't go into it half-arsed.
I am half-arsed.
Why are you half-arsed?
I don't It's 4 minutes past 8.
Can I
tell you what I actually want?
You've given me 2 time updates. 3 minutes past 8. It's now 4 minutes past 8.
I've got to put the children to bed. You know what I actually want?
You don't have to put the children to bed.
I do.
I can put the children to bed. And also, it's 4 minutes past 8. Now, if you steam in, and we are now officially in summer holidays, and say to a 12-year-old boy who's playing on his computer, it's 4 minutes past 8.
No.
Time for bed.
You know what I want to be doing?
You're going to get the first F-off moment of your mumming career.
You know what I want to be doing right now?
What do you want to be doing?
I want a bath.
You want a bath?
I really want a bath, but we haven't got a bath. We haven't got taps, have we?
We have got taps.
Can I have a bath?
You can have a bath.
I thought it wasn't working.
We can have a bath. Right, we're scratching Bug Hunt. It's Bath Time Live on Date Night Podcast. I'm going to run you a bath, Helen Rutter. I'm going to run you a bath.
Now that's a date night, isn't it?
That is a date.
We've not done that.
What, I watch you have a bath?
No, but like a proper bath. Like a bath is date night.
Yeah, but
Candles. Oh, the door just opened on its own.
don't worry, it was already slightly ajar. It wasn't on the latch.
Candles, maybe some poetry, like nice lighting, some music, whale music. And then you sit on the little chair next to me and talk to read poetry, read love poems out loud to me while I'm in the bath.
I'll get you in the bath. Date Night Podcast. It's Bath Time Live. It's changed from Bug Hunt Live to Bath Time Live.
We'll do Bug Hunt next week when I can be arsed.
Well, no, I've got a cunning way of rolling them all into one. I'll put bugs in the bath.
Bring bugs in the bath.
No, but I've brought Bug Hunt Live to you. Unwittingly, it must have come in, followed me in from the dog walk, come over here to the kitchen area, Helen. If you can leave the sofa area.
That's about as much movement as I can do.
I know.
On this
Why
podcast.
can't you do much movement?
Right,
I'm not
where
going
is
to talk
it?
about stay here. Look, here on the table, Helen. What is this? What is it? Can you describe to our listeners what we've got there on the kitchen table?
Is it a caterpillar?
It's a caterpillar.
Oh my god.
Are you scared of caterpillars?
Oh, it doesn't look like a nice colour, does it?
Go on,
Look like...
pick it up. Put it onto your hand.
No, because they can be poisonous.
What, caterpillars?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I saw a picture of somebody's child with a swollen up eye socket because she touched a caterpillar and then rubbed her eye.
Well, the lesson there is...
It wasn't one of these
If you
caterpillars,
touch a caterpillar, wash your hands afterwards.
Would you eat it? If I give you £1, will you eat it?
I once ate I had a caterpillar once in a piece of broccoli that I got from Netto.
Did you eat
in
it?
Sheffield. Well, I was entertaining a young lady who was cooking a dinner, and
Not me.
No, it wasn't you. It was the only other lady I ever knew once in my life, for once.
And you shopped at Netto?
And I shopped at Netto.
And bought her some broccoli?
Made a real effort, yeah.
You've never bought me broccoli from Netto?
Well, I'll buy you broccoli from Netto if you want. I don't know if Netto's still going.
Did you eat the caterpillar?
Well, no, I presented it to her with the meal.
God, he's having a right look around,
with
isn't
the broccoli, and there was a bright green caterpillar in the broccoli. To be fair, it didn't completely taint the dinner.
Well, tainted enough for you to leave her for me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's when the rot set in. But at the time,
Look at that.
I remember thinking, if the broccoli has got a caterpillar on it, at least it's not covered in insecticides.
Are you going to eat this one?
I'll let you have it.
I'm a vegetarian.
Do you want it, Ron?
Ron, no, don't give it to Ron because it might kill him.
Ron, do you want to eat the caterpillar?
He's really inspecting everything. I think we should put him back outside.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do you reckon, Ron?
Look at him.
Ron, why are you so intense tonight?
He's been intense for days and days. I honestly think it's a full moon.
Ronnie, come here. Let's sort this out. Sit. Hunger. Ronnie.
Oh, and then he chews his own leg like it's a rabbit.
Yeah.
Really weird.
We're never going to get to the bottom of that, are we?
Can we put the caterpillar outside because I don't really want it?
Okay, so, well, that was the culmination of Bug Hunt Live.
We're going on a bug hunt.
Yes, and now we're running Helen a bath. I'm not scared. Splishy, sploshy, splishy, bloshy. I'm not scared.
It's got really strong muscles to lift itself up like that.
It's rearing up, yeah. Well,
it's rearing up.
One thing that it's rearing up and showing its mandibles, isn't it, to have a sniff. But that's one thing they do say about caterpillars, Helen. They have got rock hard abs.
Yeah.
That's how they managed to do that.
Yeah.
They really work on their abs, caterpillars.
It came right off the table.
Yeah. In fact, maybe I should start a workout regime called
The
Caterpillar Abs.
Yeah.
And hey, in 12 weeks, I'm going to show you how you can have caterpillar abs.
Yeah.
Rock hard caterpillar abs. Right. So that concludes Bug Hunt Live.
section.
And now we're moving on to Bathnight Live.
I'll tell you what concludes it. Taking that caterpillar off the table and putting it in the garden, please.
I'll put it on this sticking plaster that's just come off my finger.
Rob has been leaving sticking plasters and bloody bandages all over the house.
Oh, the caterpillar doesn't... It's on the sticking plaster.
Even you don't want to touch it.
Well, not since he said they could be poisonous and my eye could balloon. There we go. Right, there we go. Don't worry, I've killed it. That's all from us tonight on Bug Hunt Live. We've squashed all the bugs and caterpillars.
You didn't, actually.
No, I didn't. I just put it on a bush.
Good.
That'd be great on Bug Hunt Live. What is it? Ah! Shit! Kill it! Hit it with a shoe!
You know what I've not seen for a long time?
Yeah.
Silverfish.
Well, let's go to the bathroom.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Long about a Saturday night. Yeah, rub dub, just relaxing in the tub, thinking everything was alright.
Just before we start Bathnight Live, let's just check because one of the things that can really ruin a Bathnight Live is if someone has had a poo in the bathroom before
who knows what's
Bathnight
going on in
Live.
here.
So let's go in and let's take. We'll have to take.
Do a recce.
Yeah, we do a recce.
Yeah.
An olfactory recce, which is olfactory means the nail senses.
I know what olfactory means.
So I mean.
It's not what I don't want to sit in that.
No, it's how would you describe the smell in the bathroom? It's not
Dank.
It's a dank. It's a cross between.
I'm gonna flush that anyway.
Give it a cursory flush. It's like a cross between feces and muddy football kits.
Yes.
It's somewhere in between the two, isn't it? Not that we've got any muddy football kits.
Yeah, it's like a school change, a boys' school locker room.
Yeah, it's fetid, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fetid. But we have got the bath
it's
here.
your job, Rob, to turn this, to transform this.
Oh my God! Bath transformation into a haven for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll be ready.
Right.
And you can talk the listener through what you're going to do to it.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll probably just crack the window a bit, let the smell of shit out, and then I'll run her a bath. So put a few scented candles out. And if I can't find what I'll do, actually, I'll do some whale noises for her. We'll give it a cursory rinse. Cursory rinse around with the shower head. There we go. Let's wash whatever those hairs are down the plug hole. Pop the old plug in. Ask that question of the on-demand combi condenser boiler. Can we have hot water? Yes, we can, Rob. Thank you, boiler. You're very welcome, Rob.
Splish splash.
Helen, welcome to Bathnight Live. Come into the bathroom. So you can see there, Helen, I've run the bath.
You have.
And I've put the bath mat out nice and neat in front of the bath.
Some cold water from the kitchen tap into the bath because the tap's not working in the bathroom.
Purely because I haven't fitted refitted the cold water fitting. But the hot tap is working superbly. So the combi condenser boiler, I made a demand on the boiler, which is what we say in the plumbing trade when you turn the boiler on, and it delivered, I think.
Oh, that's going to burn me.
So that's a bit too hot. So I'm going to get a couple more pans of water just to cool it down.
Just to make it feel like we've gone back in time.
Yeah, so if you take control of the podcast, just keep filling in there.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Keep it bounced. Yeah, I'll put the kettle on. Keep it bounced, keep it light.
I put the kettle on, it's boiled.
Keep it informative and fun. And I'll just get some cold water.
This isn't quite what I had in mind when I said I wanted a bath. I meant I wanted a bath instead of doing a podcast, but now I'm having a bath live on air with Rob being intensely hovering around me. It's not quite the same, is it? But there are candles, and if I'd have just had a bath on my Todd, I wouldn't have lit myself candles.
She's in there, Bill.
The dog might come in. The dog always comes in and occasionally steals a bath mat or some pants and takes them out. The dog stole the book that I was reading. I was halfway through a very large book and enjoying it, and decided that today I was going to spend some time just sitting and reading until Billy, the small dog, stole my book and tore it to shreds. The little shit. So that was quite annoying. I was very cross with him, and he knew I was very cross with him, and I've been cross with him all day, but we've just made friends. And he came and sat on my knee on the sofa and said sorry. Rob's here with 2 jugs of cold water.
Cold water for you, madame. How's that? Do you want more?
Hang on. Oh yeah, it's like scaldy hot.
Should I run a hose from the outside tap?
That's really not date night, isn't it? How long has it been since the water's been off, Rob?
Splish splash.
Oh.
We're getting closer now.
Close, come on.
I'll have an Earl Grey. Yeah, one more and we're there.
Yeah, I've actually been steeping the bag in between shuttle runs from the cold tap in the kitchen.
All right, I don't like your steeping. Get it out.
Is that right? Is that bath good now?
Yeah, steeping means leaving, abandoning. No modging. Just a gentle squeeze on the way out of the cup. Treat it with respect. I'm here now, I can do it the same.
There you go.
Perfect, thank you.
Felt your anxiety around me over milking.
Rob over milks, and it makes me very anxious.
Right, let's get you into Bathnight. So, take 2.
Splish splash.
I might have a party ring.
Oh, Jesus. I'll give you a party ring if you're not careful.
I'll have a custard cream.
Right. Well, I'll hand that to you when you're in the bath, decadently. Right, come on then. Helen, welcome to Bathnight Live. So I've laid candles around the bath. I'd say that the slight scent of kind of family poo that we sensed when we made our initial survey, I'd say that has
dissipated.
Yeah, it's begun to loosen.
Yeah.
At minimum, hasn't it?
No, it's all right now. It smells nice.
Helen's now making herself a little doily out of a piece of toilet paper.
I'm making a coaster for the cup so it doesn't burn the side.
Burn the side. I thought you were making a doily for your biscuit.
Do you think that'll work?
Oh, it's a bit. You know, it's an offering, isn't it? At least to the paintwork.
And then we've got our Donald Trump toilet paper up there.
Yes.
How many times have you used that in an emergency?
Not once.
I have. That's why it's going down.
Yeah, it really is going down. You've been hammering that, haven't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, the bath has been run. How do you feel about the setup?
You know, it could be deeper, but I'm not gonna.
Well, I've factored in displacement for when you get in. My wife is now fully nude.
Oh my god, it's quite hot still.
It's still quite hot.
Sometimes, oh my god. Sometimes when it's really hot, it's good to get out and then get back in again, and it doesn't feel quite as hot. I think this is going to be too hot for me.
I don't want to burn any skin.
I mean, as we know, my feet tend to stay very.
Have you seen how professional I'm being? Just maintaining.
You're not filming it, are you?
No, I'm just maintaining eye contact very professionally. How's that as you lower yourself in?
I mean, it's scalding
Is it too hot?
I'm going to pull my arm out, and you're going to see the line of blisters.
Well, I'm level with you. I'm more worried about your private areas. I don't want them to get burnt. Anyway, so how's that?
The dog's out.
Yeah, he's gonna whine all the way through Bathnight. So I factored that in, Helen. So what is Bathnight without a romantic Bathnight soundtrack?
Oh, nice.
There you go. So you can have a bath to the relaxing, romantic sounds of Simply Red and Mick Hopper.
I think we're going to have to get some more cold water. I can't sit down.
And it's got the lyrics on, so I can sing it to you.
Let's tell you the way I'm feeling. Anyone who ever wanted you. We tried to tell you what I feel inside. The only thing I ever want.
Is it too hot still?
Yeah, I still can't
Do you want some
sit
more cold?
I think I'm gonna have
Shall I
to.
pause a minute? Hot no.
Thank you.
There we go. Bit more cold.
A bit more cold, and when you come back in,
Yeah.
I want you to
Different energy.
match the energy in the room rather than creating your own. I don't think I can cope with you singing that song again at me while I'm in the bath.
So you don't want any more.
No, I don't want any more of that, and I just
Okay.
want you to lower your energy.
Okay, I'll lower my.
Lower your energy.
Okay, I'll
Your
check.
overall output
I'll choose.
needs to go down.
I'll choose. Oh, just so you know, I made the bath like you like it, albeit a bit too hot. There is, I put in there, the stuff you usually put in there is a bit of matey. You said the matey.
Oh,
And
I never had matey, did you?
no, I never had matey. No, we had an old bottle. I remember we used to play with it at bath time. Yeah, so there's matey in there.
Matey was, you knew you'd made it if you had matey.
Yeah, and there's
Matey and a Mr. Freeze, they were the households that
I
were
mean,
just killing it.
just dreamt of those things.
Absolutely nailing
But yeah,
it.
and also I put a bit of disinfectant in there as well. A bit of disinfectant in there for you as well, and a squirt of antibacterial
And the
hand gel.
caterpillar.
Yes, and just a little bit of lemon washing up liquid, just to give it a nice scent.
You didn't actually put that in.
No, but I put disinfectant in. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And is it Zaflora? Is that the stuff?
Oh
There you go.
Don't put it anywhere
I'm not
near
going to
me.
put it anywhere else. Put it up. There you go. Is that better? Is that now optimum?
I'm sure it will be.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's better.
All right, let's go and put these back in and we'll reconvene.
I'll tell you what, baths are always...
They're never as good as you think.
They're never what you think they're going to be.
No, I don't really like baths. So let me just reset. I'm changing my matching my energy. It's different now.
And you always have to put the towel, if you're reading, you always have to put the towel somewhere because you always get a wet hand and then you get your book wet.
Your book gets sweaty.
It's
Yeah.
hard. I'm about to eat a custard cream. I've got to dry my hand to eat the custard cream because I don't want the custard.
Okay.
It's never quite what you do.
Well, there we go. Can I just try and reboot the Atmos?
Luther. I wonder why.
Curtis Stigers. Hey, how about that?
Curtis Stigers. I had it on tape. What was the album called?
Curtis Stigers. Do you feel now like opulence, the 80s?
Love is a real-
Do you want me to sing it? In my soul.
Have you got the lyrics?
No, I just remember it. But you never notice the pain. Love is an anchor. Won't let me go. Reach out to hold
You've got
you.
the lyrics.
But push me
have.
away. Always convince me to stay.
Wonder
Though I
why.
will hold on with tears in my eyes.
And I wonder
The
why
way
I have
we
to break down to do things alright.
Though I can't see.
No, you don't know it.
I don't know
You
it.
weren't a Stigers fan.
No, of course I wasn't a Stigers fan. I was listening to Dire Straits.
You know what this bath does do though?
Yeah.
You can make is it just my body geometry or does yours do this as well? I can push my back onto the
Oh, yeah,
slope
and make
you can
fart noises.
make fart noise
Here
and
we
make
go.
a vacuum. Oh hang on. Oh no. Oh no, I've lost it. Oh.
It might be because of your back mice.
This one they're allowed to fart. No, it makes a huge vacuum, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And you can pull it off,
Yeah.
but it's not making a sound.
So obviously one of the benefits of doing Bathnight Live is it gives us a chance to get you actually properly clean. And what's the longest you've gone without washing during lockdown? I'll start the bidding at 3 to 4 days.
No, I've been fine. I've been washing daily. It's you and the kids are the ones that have, you know.
But have you had any points where you
hazardous.
didn't really wash very often?
I've only had one day where I've not washed.
One
at
day
any
when you
given
didn't
time.
wash.
Yeah. I've not let myself go in lockdown apart from
But you,
eating.
by your own admission, your underarms could get spicy, couldn't they?
No. What do you mean under my own admission? Never.
No. Oh, it's Curtis Slagging. Stop slagging. Oh. Right. So, another.
By the time you've got up in the morning, I've been for a run and had a shower.
I know.
And I've written a bloody chapter. And then you come downstairs and say every single day, I need to get up a bit earlier, don't I?
You're a goddamn bloody Wonder Woman, Helen. Everyone knows that. Right. Nice.
You're not FaceTiming anybody.
No, I'm not going to FaceTime anyone.
You can't ring anyone on that phone.
Yes, you can.
Show me that it's not on video or else I'm going to get out of the bath.
There you go. It's not face calling mobile. There we go.
I don't know. I'm not sure why you've added this to the bath. It's not very relaxing.
Celebrity. Celebrity guest. Well, it's often the way when you book a celebrity guest. Hi, Kerry. It's Rob and Helen here from Date Night Podcast. We just were giving you a ring as arranged for you to be our celebrity guest on Bath Time Live. But obviously, you're otherwise engaged. You're a busy lady, and you have a busy family life here in lockdown. But if you do get this within the next few minutes, ring us back on Bath Time Live and you can be our special celebrity guest.
I'm in a bath!
I booked her, Helen. I mean, she's booked, so she's got to be on.
Oh, hello, Kerry. Yes. I'm sorry, you called back on FaceTime, but Helen's got a bit of an issue with doing a video call while she's in the bath. I think my wife might be a little bit of a prude.
Oh, Helen doesn't strike me as a prude.
I know. I didn't think she was either, but she seemed a bit funny about it.
Free and easy.
Oh, I know. It turns out she's a bit funny about the whole idea, Kerry.
Well, I stand corrected.
Well, Kerry, thank you so much for joining us on Date Night Podcast here, Bath Time Live. How are you?
It's an honour. It's an honour.
You are our first ever guest on Bath Time Live. Helen just reached for some caustic soap to clean her underarms with.
Why does she use caustic soap?
Well, it's the only way that she can cut through the grease and grime.
When did she last have a bath?
This is what Rob just asked me. I've been bathing every day. Thank you very much. Every single day, Kerry.
That's because we're in a global pandemic, there's not a lot on.
There's not a lot on. But I've not been bathing because the taps haven't worked. So Rob's just had to manually fill the bath for me because I was moaning about not being able to have a bath.
It's like an oldie-worldy thing, isn't it? A tin bath.
Exactly.
And then filling it up.
Exactly. She go for a shit in garden, it'll all be right gradely.
That's what it's like still up here in the north, Kerry. You don't come up here that often, do you? It's like going back in time.
Now, Kerry, can just because Helen didn't answer the question with full transparency, this lockdown, what's the longest you've gone without washing, would you say? How many days?
Well, I haven't measured it, although I should have, because I quite like a measuring chart. I probably didn't go super long, because I bathe, I know when I'm not feeling, I think if I'm feeling a bit vulnerable, let's say, I have a lot of baths.
Right.
So, I've been having a lot of baths.
You like a good bath, actually, don't you, Kerry?
I know I'm feeling wobbly if I have more than one a day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's like heavy bath use.
Yes.
That is, but that's more to do with emotions. Like when you overeat. When you eat pasta stood up, you're like, I'm not in this. I'm like that with a bath. I'm like, you're not yourself, Kel. If you're having 3 baths, you're not yourself.
And how many baths have you had today, Kel?
I haven't had any today. I'm feeling alright. I've been doing a lot of wild swimming.
Have you? Where have you been doing that?
I've been doing loads of river swimming. There's a river we found.
The river Thames?
It's the Thames, actually.
Yeah.
It's not like we're not jumping off Tower Bridge. It's further out to the west, and it's very nice. So I have a good wash when I get home from river swimming.
Yeah, I mean,
you'd have to.
I'd certainly, I'm not even a doctor, but I'd recommend a good solid wash after swimming in the Thames.
Yeah.
Do
There's
any-
all kinds of gunk in there.
Are there any animals that live in the bit that you swim in. Is it
I think
okay?
there's fish. There's, rivery.
Yeah, there'd be
down there.
eels, pike.
Probably rats.
Yeah, probably rats. What you do need to be very careful of, Kerry, when you're swimming in the Thames is urban jellyfish.
Oh, I thought you were going to say prophylactics.
Well, a lot of people think there might be prophylactics, but there might be urban jellyfish. The lesser known urban jellyfish, and they're quite slippery. Occasionally, you'll see them on the side of a towpath.
Okay, you sure they're not prophylactic?
I think they're urban jellyfish because I saw one when I was in Edinburgh. I was walking down the side of the canal, and I saw one, and I reckon it had about 10 million dead young inside it as well, which was really tragic because obviously their numbers are really quite vulnerable in the wild. Yeah. But just be very careful if you see one by the toe. Sometimes if you move it's less like it could be a young one, and it's less likely to be accepted by its parents if you put it back. So
I'll bear all that in mind when I'm.
Yeah, I think if you do see one on the side of a towpath, the best thing is just to ring the RSPCA and just let them know, and they'll come and collect it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, that's the best bet. So.
When did you last have a bath, Robert?
Yeah, there's the question.
That's a very personal question.
You go the opposite way when you're feeling vulnerable.
Yeah, well, that's very interesting. When I'm feeling vulnerable, I tend to wash a bit less, don't I?
Yes.
So I can hit rock bottom, and then I wash, and then I bounce back better than ever. That's how I describe it. But no, I've done the river swimming a period when I've been a bit overwhelmed. There was a couple of summers ago I was rebirthed in the river by Helen, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, baptised.
Like as in Brother, Where Art Thou?
Pretty much, yeah, but without all the fire and brimstone. But I find I do get it. An outdoor swim in nature, it does. I think it does reinvigorate one's entire being.
Oh, I love it. I love wild swimming.
But now you just dunk under the paddling pool, don't you? You've not got.
Yeah, now we've got a paddling pool. I just jump in that in the mornings.
Oh, I did see that on social media. I've seen that. I've got a paddling pool.
I love a dunk in the paddling pool, and then.
But I believe at your house you've got a hot tub. Is that right, Kerry?
Well, we have, Robert. Yeah, we have. We like to have little soirees.
Oh yeah. Come on, get the vicar and his wife over, do you?
Do you know what? We haven't used that hot tub for so long.
Well, I'm a bit torn between hot tubs, thinking they might be very relaxing, or am I just bathing in everyone's bubbly farts?
Yeah, probably the latter. I feel like the kids like it, they enjoy it, but grown-ups, I don't know, it's sort of like a novelty, but the novelty's worn off. I mean, I should explain that we got it with the house. We didn't choose it as a lifestyle choice, and the decking around it is a health and safety nightmare, so I'm amazed that no one's made some sort of insurance claim on us.
Whether for injury or severe health issues.
Yeah. I mean, I can't wait to get rid of it, if I'm honest. Environmentally, it's a horror show. I've been on XR demos and come home and seen it and gone, I've really got to think through my life choices.
Yeah, how do they stack up? Extinction Rebellion and hot tubs?
I don't think they see them favourably. I think environmentally, it's definitely not on the necessity list, is it?
But then again, I think that's one of the problems with debate. Is so polarised now. Why can't you be into Extinction Rebellion and have a hot tub at the same time if you recycle?
Do you think I offset?
I think you do.
If I had a compost toilet, I could have a hot tub.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You're a bloody vegetarian, Kerry. You can have whatever you want.
Yeah, so
right, I've offset my diet.
you can just go and do your businesses at the bottom of the garden, and when the neighbours ask you what the hell are you doing, saying, I'm offsetting the hot tub.
I might try that. I do feel like it's an old one, you see, so it's probably even worse environmentally because it's like 20 years old, so it's probably not very efficient.
Yeah, it's like burning North Sea gas.
Yeah.
Every time you have a hot tub, a polar bear falls into the sea.
I have got a feeling that might be true.
Kerry, you've been our first guest on Hot Tub Live, which has been in Bath Time Live.
I feel honoured. Oh no, that was your other podcast. We did Scrabble.
We did Dirty Scrabble, didn't we?
We had a game of Dirty Scrabble.
But you've been a brilliant guest. We couldn't have asked more from a guest on Bath Time Live. You've been absolutely sensational. Yeah.
I'm overheating. It's a very hot bath and I can barely breathe.
Some cold in, Helen. That's the beauty of a bath.
Well, no, because you'd have to go to the kitchen and get it, Kerry.
Well, also, she's just done her pits, and so it's probably a good time to say.
Are you gonna shave in there?
No. I can't shave in a bath. I never shave in a bath because then you're sitting on in your own stubble.
That's a good point.
Well, you're quite right, but I always do it.
Do you?
Do you think? Yeah. Shall we at least shave your back, Helen? Or just,
that's as good a time as any to say goodbye to your
look, Kerry, thank you so much for joining us. It's been lovely to talk to you. Lots of love to you all, Kerry.
Bye.
See you soon. Lots of love. Bye. So that Kerry Godliman, our first celebrity guest on Bath Time Live. So you've done your armpits. Now I think you need to do your bottom.
I've done my bottom.
Have you done your bottom?
Yeah, I've done everything.
Have you cleaned it properly?
I've done in between my toes.
Yeah.
I've done everywhere.
So you're ready for camping now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lovely. Well, I think this has been a great Bath Time Live. Is there anything else that you would like to discuss Bath-wise?
No, I'm really overheating and I need to get out.
And you get a bit wrinkly?
I wish I could stay in and have a read, but I'm really hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, babes.
Come and have a dump, kid. Come and have a dump.
Is it for a number 2? Yeah, maybe go upstairs.
I'm not on number 2, we.
All right.
Oh, you can come and have a wee in bath time. Well, anyway, that's as good a time as any.
Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, it's probably as good a time as any to end, isn't it? It's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me on Bug Time and Bath Time Live, Helen. And we'll speak to you next week, dear listeners.
Yes.
Until then, look after yourselves.
Week.
Spread the word about the podcast and about the Patreon page. And we'll speak to you soon.
Baby. What are you doing? It's the Rob and Helen Date Night Podcast.
I'm not having this as a theme tune.
What? Those noises. Come on. We drop the kids at school at 9 and pick them up at 3.
How many times? It's 3:15.
Spend the day together doing some activity.
What's that?
And then we're gonna make sweet.
We sincerely hope you enjoyed that date night, podders.
My mum might
And
listen
if
to
you,
this.
I mean, obviously, if you want to keep continuing being an absolute bloody cheapskate and enjoying everything for free, okay? But I need to keep my wife in cake, and and she wants that cake, don't you, Helen?
Yeah.
She's yawning and she's losing interest in doing these links. Anyway, patreon.com/Rob Rouse. Come and support the podcast and get loads and loads of exclusive comedy content uploaded Monday to Friday. Have a great week. Enjoy yourselves. Lots of love. Take care. Enjoy your commute or your bath or whatever you're doing while you've been listening to this. I'm not perfect on them in the bath. I'm just saying they might be in the bath.
You're thinking about all the date nighters in the bath.
No, I'm not.
Well, you were. That's why you said enjoy your bath. Weird.
I don't want to think of all of them in the bath.
Like a podcasting peeping Tom.
Yeah, enjoy your bath. Hope you're having a lovely shit as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you become a patron, you can send in all your pictures. Patreon.com/Rob Rouse to send in your pictures of you in the bath.